I don't need you. You're lucky to be working with me. Oh, you're weak. Like, I will destroy you. Leave it in there. I want to be real.
Yeah.
This is real. I do not want to do business with a weak man.
You know, maybe.
In business, you can't be sensitive.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning. So guys, welcome back. Welcome to the start of February. This episode is going to be real fire because I'm so passionate. I have been out in 2023. I've been at so many events. I've been going out to so many parties, so much clubs, so much bars, restaurants, networking. And I started to see a trend.
Yeah,
and I wanted to take this time to talk about it in this episode because it is truly a pandemic.
Hey,
it's bad.
It's getting bad out here, guys. We need to protect ourselves.
It's getting bad because men aren't acting like men.
Okay.
Men aren't acting like how they were born to be.
Hey.
Strong, powerful, heavy testosterone. That guy.
Yo, I love it, man. I can't wait to hear what you're trying to say today. So let's get into it.
All right. So the topic of today is obviously I want to talk about some things, some characteristics of a strong man.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, if you're listening to this episode, you can be a strong woman as well. And a lot of things that I'm going to say are probably going to bleed over. But this one is targeted to men because I know what it feels like to be weak, and I know what it feels like to be strong. And I know how to do things in your life to be more strong and not weak.
I love it, man.
All right, ladies,
go ahead,
you're
Ryan.
super strong out there. You might want to take some notes because this is the man that you should probably be with, okay? But if you're super strong, there are some ladies out there, some women out there that are so strong and powerful, they actually like little boys.
Yeah.
Not age-wise, but men that act like kids, men that, you know, like to be babysitted.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like the best route, though. I feel like those don't last. You know, I could be wrong, but
in every relationship, I think we talked about this before, there's an alpha and there's a beta.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that out in their own world, they're not alpha, but when they come home, there's always one person who's more dominant.
Yeah.
Right? Some women don't like dominant men.
Uh-huh.
They want to go home. They want to run the household, right? Like the CEOs and everything like that. They come home. They want to run the household too.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it, man. I'm going to ask the first question, Brian.
Hit it.
Brian, what is your definition of a man?
I wrote down a few key points, and I just, we're going to keep it light, and, you can give me scenarios, and we're going to talk about that. But a strong man, a strong man, right? You should be providing. Now, that could mean emotionally, but also financially.
Mm-hmm.
You should be progressing.
Yeah.
Meaning that you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, that's a big one. Because if you're constantly growing and evolving and changing, it's going to do a couple things for you. Number one, in your life's going to continue to get better and better because as you get better, life gets better.
Mm-hmm. In
your relationship, as you continue to grow and evolve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your lady, your partner, they're going to love that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not that same boring guy or that same person that they knew 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, change and progressing doesn't mean you went from a nice guy to becoming an asshole.
Yeah.
But you went from talking about, dumb things, sports, and all that stuff to now talking about opening businesses, growing, taking great vacations, how to raise a family, how to actually take your family out of this rut or take them to generational wealth where, boom, you done set up a whole different life for your family.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
If I was married to a man like that, I'd be like, damn. You know what I mean?
That's him.
That's him. Guys, we're going to say that. We're going to reference that a lot. That's him came from my friend Larry June. And then for those of you guys who don't know, he's a local Bay Area rapper. And he loves to say, that's him. And him can mean like that guy or that's cool or that's that mother effer, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah, for sure. For all the people who aren't
like
from
this
the Bay.
this Monster Energy drink, that's him, right? That means it's good. Brian Tran, that's him. He's the man.
Definitely.
So that's what it means, guys.
All right, guys. So I want to go dive in back to what you were saying. I think what you said was very interesting. But what I'm really dissecting out of it is the fact that, you become somebody who's more of a doer than a talker, right? Because anybody could sit there and just talk about all these things. I think that's another level, right? You're talking about, all he talks about sports, but now he's talking about business. There's another level too, right? Of being, that man, right? That's, I'm over here, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not just talking about it. You're going to see me do it, right? And there's some people who are just so stuck on like talking like, oh, watch me, I'm going to do this, like I'm going to have this business, right? But I think it's more important that you're a doer, right? Like a solid man is a doer, not a talker.
Because a doer is an action taker.
Yep, exactly.
Action taker
100%.
is an action hero. Who doesn't want to be an action hero?
Yo,
right?
Exactly, right? I mean,
but you're right, yeah. And that's a good point. A man is somebody who takes action.
Yeah.
Who is decisive. No buts, maybe.
Yeah.
That's not a man.
Yeah.
You're a boy waiting for a man to tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to be the one taking charge or the one waiting for the orders to come in?
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the Army, that's just the hierarchy.
Yeah. I think that's big,
but
being a man definitely, to me is, carving your own path, not waiting for somebody to be like, hey, like you need to do this, you take action and realize your own problems in your life and, do the do.
This is part that's going to probably piss you guys off.
I want to hear it, man.
Well, it's the money part.
Okay, let's hear it.
I was born and raised. Now, I do believe that your partner should work, right? I do believe that they, some people agree that they can stay at home, be a stay-at-home mom. I think they should work because you want them to do something where it's not the household just consuming them.
Yeah.
That's another story. But I think as a man, it is your responsibility to take care of your family.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility to put food on the table.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility to provide.
Yeah.
Now, the spouse can help out. Great.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to be the alpha male, a true alpha, you provide.
Give me an example. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean by really like providing the family? Like paying everything or what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pay for everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like it.
And your wife's money is the nest egg.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're going to take your money, we're going to invest it.
Yeah.
But this kingdom.
You got it.
I got it.
That's where did you come for
primal.
that? Oh, that's was
primal.
It just like
that's
natural
or that's been the order of things since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Men hunt.
Yeah.
Women gather.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be awesome if you both hunt. That's cool too.
That's sick. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like that too. I actually, again, that's the way to do it. But if not, dude, you can't be a man and be the one waiting for the paycheck. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's like,
for sure,
you can't be like, hey, honey, can I have some money to go buy something?
Yeah,
candy, toys, that car. Can you please buy me that car? Come on, man.
You're him. Please give me money. Yo, I want
to. You could have a sugar mama. That's fine, but
we're not. That's not what we're promoting.
But you gotta get your own. You gotta have your own.
All right, I'm liking the way this is going, but I want to take it back and I want to kind of like battle your point, right? Not everybody does have it to the point where you got it like that, right? You can take care of a whole family, right? You and your girlfriend pay for everything and do all this, right? Not everyone's there, but I think
you're not. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
not everyone is there.
Yeah, I want to hear.
You should work your way to getting there.
Exactly. I think that's so important. It has to be in your head, right?
Yeah.
That you're working to the point where it's like, okay, if things went south, I could take care of my girl. I could take care of my baby, like whatever it is, like whatever situation you're at. If you're not there yet, at least have it in your mind. Like this is the end goal. Like this is the game plan, like to take care of whether, whether you do pay for everything or not, or you guys go 50-50, it should be in your head that if anything goes down, like you're going to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to just tell a story too. Cause
Hit it.
Recently, my girlfriend lost her dog about like 2 months ago. Right. And we were like, kind of in a sticky situation, but for me, the biggest thing is doing something you love and pursuing like your passions, right? And finding true happiness, right? In your careers, your jobs, whatever. Long story short, it took a while, right? 2 months, and bills were stacking up, all this stuff.
Who paid the bills?
I did.
Good.
I took care of it.
Good.
I mean, she could have, but I'm like, yo, like, there's no need. Like, don't stress over the money. Like, I'll take care of it. You just focus on your next chapter. Right. And as a man, like,
see, that's a real man move right there.
yeah, man. Like it was the first time I ever had to do that, but it felt great because I was like, I set myself up, just like you said, like I was financially responsible past 6 months that I was like, okay, we could do this, and there's no better feeling like that. Just knowing that you could take care of your family, your loved ones and all that, so, and it all worked out too. She got a job recently. So back on path,
See,
both gonna kill it.
Work towards a common goal, but look, when stuff hits the fan,
yeah,
you step up as a man. Like
100%.
that. When shit hits the fan, you step up like a man should.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I like it. So.
Because most people, they don't.
Yeah.
Not gonna name any names, but
Me
they
neither.
lose their job. Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do?
Yeah, like when you about to get a job,
Yeah.
like, hey, that's the time when it's like, are you gonna fold or are you gonna push through?
If this pisses you off, comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below, man. Like, if you guys have a problem or something, hey, we'll call you
If
next
this
up
pisses
live.
you off, and you guys gonna be like, no, things should be equal, things should be fair. Hey, I do agree, things should be fair, but you as a man,
yeah,
need to step up.
yeah,
And so, like I said, I've been going out to a lot of events. I've been going out and I've been witnessing. I don't know if it's the new generation, but I think like somewhere along the line, they got weak.
yeah.
I honestly can't tell which way the guys swing anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird times. Like, why do you think that happened? Like, why do you think now? I don't know. It's worse than like even when I was in high school. Like, I feel like things like way different. Like when I was in high school, which was only about 10 years ago, but it wasn't like this,
Dude, I go out. I'm like, that dude has a girlfriend? No offense, guys. Hey, whatever your preference is your preference. But I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Bro, the girl kicked the dude's ass. The girl's legs are bigger than the guy's legs. Like, the girl's bigger than the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Times have changed. I think the age of where we're at with like social media and, everyone's right and, never say anything bad. You don't want to offend nobody. I feel like that transition into our lives with the media affected us in the long term.
Yeah.
Especially like the newcomers coming up.
We should be able to speak our mind and have opposition
Mm-hmm.
and have a verbal debate.
Yeah.
Not physical fight, but we should be able to talk about things. But now it's not that way anymore. It's everybody has to be PC, everybody has to be proper.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of makes it hard because then the young generation don't know there's no opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like
I know
boys
exactly
should be able to wear a dress.
Yeah.
Men should be able to call themselves a woman and go into the locker room.
Yeah.
Now, I know I don't like to talk about that stuff, but that's not right.
Yeah.
My daughter was in the locker room and a grown-ass man went into the ladies' locker room and whipped it out. That's not cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll put my foot down there because I don't give a damn if people backlash me for that. That's not freaking cool.
Yeah, I get it.
And all this stuff about men joining the Women's Olympics.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm going off on a tangent, but holy crap, you just beat a bunch of women. Like,
yeah, I mean, genetically speaking, like,
yeah, the dude's taller than all of them.
yeah, but I don't want anyone, all to the audience.
Going back to the men.
Yeah, but
damn, he took it too far. He was a real man
Yeah.
and became a, like, Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
to all the audience, like, hey, we support all that stuff, and I support it. I have
do
no
you,
hate
just
to
don't-
nobody.
but,
Exactly. You don't have to share upon my kids. You don't have to share your values like so. I would say boldly. I feel like just now it's just like it's more of like,
but even
how
us
many times
speaking-
can I say it?
But even us speaking against it, we might
Yeah.
get shadow banned.
Yeah.
Dude. But that's because the narrative, like whoever controls the media, it's their narrative. And I think
Yeah.
that's where the kids are getting weaker because they think that they only can hear one side.
They're protected.
You need to hear all sides.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Even this podcast, you don't agree with me.
Yeah.
I actually encourage you to make a video.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Why don't you agree with me? And that's okay. I'm cool with it. I want to actually like understand and do different perspective, and we can go on a debate about it. I'm not gonna fight you. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think grown men, real men, don't need to fight.
Yeah. Back in the day, like when there was no social media, no nothing, you had something on your mind, you just said it in person, right? And you either talk about it or you throw some fists,
Yeah.
So and nowadays it's not like that, which is why I think a lot of people lose that, masculinity going now into this day and age is because just like our YouTube, right? Just like you're saying, a lot of people don't want to hear the other side. They'll go talk on our comments and they'll talk a lot of crap. But when I reply and I say something, very like polite, they never say nothing back.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because they're hidden, right? They're protected. So, anyways,
All right. So we
That was
talked
a
about
good
the financials. The financials. I think, and then also, I think being a man,
yeah,
you need to be a protector.
yeah,
Your partner should feel safe
yeah,
in your presence.
yeah,
Now, I probably won't beat up everybody, but at the same time, I won't stand down. I will protect if I have to.
yeah,
I think people need to be like that too. You need to be strong.
mm-hmm.
You need to work out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get your testosterone to 10,000. Okay?
Is
gotta
your
be-
testosterone level 10,000?
Oh, it's so high, it's off the chart. I just throw out 10,000 because the number doesn't go that high, but it's up there. It's high. Natural, baby. But
Dude, I like it, man. I like it. So, this is a business podcast.
but this works in business too.
It does, exactly. And that's what I wanted to say. Like, how does being a man correlate back into business?
Because if you're a man and you walk into the room, if you do all the things you provide and you protect and you know that you're able to do and you're progressing, it's going to bring more confidence back to you. So when you walk into the room or of like a business room, I'm the man. I'm him.
Yeah.
People are here to do business with me. I don't need you. You're lucky to be working with me.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not cocky.
Yeah.
It's confidence.
Yeah.
Real men have a lot of confidence. Real men are not weak.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to do business with a weak man.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing business with me, it is a partnership. And business is tough.
Yeah.
If you're weak, you're going to crumble.
Yeah.
If we go up against opposition, you can't compete.
Yeah.
We're going to lose. I don't accept losing. So I'm going to be in business. People like to work with strong people, because, let's face it, it's war out there.
Yeah. Who
Who do you want on your team to win? So it does correlate to business. Everything that I just said.
Yeah.
If a person, my partners, they exude this. They're him.
Yeah.
And that's why we do business together.
Bunch of hymns.
Bunch of hymns. Because look, things happen.
No, I think that's super, super key as well. You do want to do business with somebody who's strong, right? Whether you haven't said it in your mind, you do. Because what if you did work with somebody who's, you had to make a decision? Hey, what do you think? They're like, I don't know. What do you think? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
just tell me how you feel, like a man, like him. Like, no, Brian, I don't want to do it.
Be blunt.
Yeah.
Be strong.
Yeah.
It's okay to have your own opinions.
It is.
But yeah, so that's what I wrote down. I think a couple of other things, like, man, I'm just so blown away. That's why I think if you're a true man, you have to know your values.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, and these are some of them, right? You got to have some of these characteristics, and I guarantee you, the women, they're going to flock.
Yeah.
They're going to flock because it's a dying breed.
It's gonna be mating season.
It's
for
a
you, bro.
dying breed.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, they can feel it
Yeah.
when you walk into the room.
What is that called? Pheromones? Oh no, I think that's for girls, right?
I don't know. Something. You walk in the room and that's him,
Yeah.
right? He looks
sure.
good. He stands tall. He doesn't have to be tall. I'm not actually 6 feet, guys. I tell people I'm 6 feet. I'm not. But like when I walk in the room, like there's an energy.
6 feet energy for sure.
I'm more of a 7. If you're gonna measure energy, it's like 7 feet. Okay,
Sure.
I'm just 6 feet because
Yeah.
from an angle. But like you got to have that big energy, that strong. A man with confidence, right? That have high testosterone, that are providing for their family financially,
Yeah.
that are good protectors,
Yeah.
that are constantly growing and breaking new boundaries in life and business, physical, mentally. Dude, they walk different.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
they speak differently. It's funny because I just say whatever I want. And I think if a weak man had said it, they'd get in trouble. But when I say it, people laugh.
Yeah.
They laugh with me, not at me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it definitely is there's levels to the confidence, right? I mean,
Confidence comes from doing what you say you're going to do and do it. And even like doing things like what I just said,
yeah.
being able to provide.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I provide for my family,
Mm-hmm.
it brings a level of confidence.
I think owning it too, right?
Yeah.
Like owning that, like this me, like
Yeah.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. Like,
You
dude,
know?
I did this. I'm a man.
Yeah.
So I walk into a room and I see a guy that can't even provide for his family. I'm like, bro, you're weak.
Yeah.
Like, I will destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go around thinking that way sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to physically destroy you, but like, no, if you want to go toe to toe with me
Yeah.
in business or in whatever, I'm going to win.
I got you.
Confidence.
I got you.
Confidence.
I want to ask, man. Like,
Keep asking.
so you have very stern beliefs on what being a man is, right?
Yeah.
What
I
are your-
have to, because if I don't, my son's going to be like, hee hoo 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 hoo, ping pong, ping pong, ping.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I
get
could
it.
be wrong. That's why guys oppose me. I don't
Yeah,
care. But in my definition, like, I've done very well for myself. I have a good network.
Yeah,
I go into a room, people actually want to talk to me.
yeah,
Why? Right? And so I had to dissect it. I say, okay, well, this is why. I make myself interesting. I make myself, because I'm interesting, because I'm learning and I'm constantly bringing up new ideas. And then I notice other people, they walk into a room and they don't even know they're there.
yeah,
Why? And so I'm like, okay, you got to go back. And that's why I have to be very stern in my belief, because I want my son to be better than me.
yeah.
But if he's, like me, I'm cool with that too.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. You're a pretty cool guy, Brian. So,
But go ahead, ask a question.
all right,
man.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
ask a question, man. So, you have very stern beliefs on being a man, and do you disagree that another man could have different beliefs? Like, if he believes that something completely different, is he wrong or is he right?
Like what?
Let's say, like, this man believes that it's not all about money, and you should treat your wife like a queen, and you should bend over backward and do everything,
Yeah,
for
but
her.
then I've seen that, and guys, look, always exceptions to everything, but more times than not, that woman
Yeah,
is looking for a real man, and she's gonna cheat on that guy.
yeah. Let's just leave it at that.
No,
because
no,
that's
let's
not
go into it.
All right,
Dude.
let's go.
You're not, if you're gonna be a little bitch.
Yeah,
Look, let's go back to, because human, like, we're biological, we're coded,
Mhm.
right? You go back to the cavemen days.
Okay.
Women wanted strong men. Why? They could fight the bears, they could kill the lions, they could hunt, and they could protect.
Yeah,
Okay? Naturally, they wanted those men.
yeah.
If you were with a weak man,
Mm-hmm.
skinny, scrawny, couldn't provide, couldn't protect, naturally you were gonna die.
Yeah,
That's still ingrained in people's head.
yeah,
And I'll give you a real life example. I've had a conversation with a woman, and she says, I'm only with him because he can provide. And the dude, not good looking, ugly,
Yeah.
not that funny, whatever, like,
yeah,
but he can provide.
yeah.
But see, the problem is he can't provide in other. I don't think
That's-
he's not providing in everything. So you guys have to be able to provide in everything that I kind of mentioned. provide, protect, progress.
Yeah, I 100% agree with
Okay.
you now.
So
So that makes a lot of sense because
He's only doing 1 to the 3,
yeah,
maybe the 2 out of the 3.
yeah.
She's lacking somewhere, so she might actually go do something too. You know, like
fill it in. You know,
yeah, fill it in somewhere else, and that's what you don't want.
yeah,
So you can argue with me all you want, and you can do that, unless you're okay with being a submiss. You know, like where the
Submissive,
dudes
yeah.
are like whatever, and they don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about your relationship, but some guys don't care.
yeah,
You know, so yeah,
yeah.
she gonna cheat on you, dude.
Nah, I believe that. I mean, I agree too.
You better take her. The fourth P is rated R, but it's Pound Town. You better take her to Pound Town, dude. Yo,
to our editor John Marr. Hey, that's a clip.
leave it in there. I want to be real.
Yeah, nah,
This is real.
That was very real, and I agree. I mean, that example, I definitely don't agree with it.
The Pound Town?
No, the Pound Town is important, bro. It's definitely important. I'm talking about, my example of, said guy.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with that. I feel like there's some things that are in there that's just gonna lead to a spiral. It sounds like already like I'm described like a very insecure guy.
Basically.
You know what I mean? Like when I look at it that way, but I want to challenge you some more, Brian.
Keep going, man. I love this stuff. Keep going.
So what is your thoughts on the more feminine energy, and do you think like guys should embrace like the feminine energy, say like, being like sensitive, and I mean, I don't want to like butcher it and say like a different characteristic that is not a feminine characteristic, but like being sensitive and maybe
in business, you can't be sensitive.
Yeah.
No. And so I mean, I'm not gonna go personally. You could be a sensitive person, but in business, if you're sensitive, like especially when you're starting off, you better have thick skin.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to deal with people you don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, you should be able to work with your ideal client. Not in the beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't agree.
You better have thick skin, shut up, and go make some money.
Yeah.
Go work with that boss that might be a dick.
For sure.
Put up with it, make that money, and then use that as motivation to go and start your own thing or go move up.
Nah, I agree with that.
Especially right now in the recession. What do you think? You got options?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, there's always options. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, guys. Like,
I agree
and
with
being
that.
sensitive is not gonna help you. It's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
More times than not, it's gonna hurt you.
I definitely agree with that because, what was that? What were you saying again? You said, what was that quote you said? Sorry.
Was it the one where it rhymed?
No, no, you're talking about being business. Oh no, sorry. You're talking about business. So you're referring to in the beginning, you can't be sensitive because you have to, you can't choose, right? You can't have that, oh, your ideal client, especially in the beginning, right? Like you better
can't
be
even
able
sensitive
to
even when you made it.
Yeah.
Like, even when you're making it.
Yeah.
You can't be sensitive.
Yeah. But going back to like what you
Yeah.
said, it's in the beginning, especially, you better go find out first. Like go work with that person, and then if you want to talk later, like talk after and be like, oh, like I don't want to work with them. But how are you gonna assume before you even like really worked with that person?
Yeah.
But what's your definition of being sensitive? Like what does that mean? Because I feel like a lot of people can, misdrew that. So
I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, I don't know. Like if a guy insults you, that's a different thing. But like that's not sensitive. That's just the guy's a bully. But I don't know, man. I've gotten.
What about since
it's
we're
hard.
talking about this
I can't
and
think
being
of a topic right now, but
I'll give you some topics.
yeah, give
bro.
me
I'll
some.
give you
I can't
topics.
I can't think of an example. Sorry,
I
that's what
got
I mean.
you.
Like
I'll give you an example. So, obviously we're talking about being a man, and being in partnerships and relationships is very important. And being sensitive, like, being able to share your feelings with your partner, saying like, oh, like, I don't know. Like
you should be able to
you know
share.
what I mean?
You should be able to share your feelings,
Yeah.
your thoughts with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's not being sensitive.
Yeah.
That's communicating. Being sensitive is getting emotionally kind of disturbed and emotionally like where it just literally affects your day to day because something really grinded your gear. Oh my God, I was at the office and I can't believe what he said. Who gives a damn what he said?
Don't talk to me. I'm having a bad day. You know,
Yeah, like, you know, and then they just let like I cracked the joke. I forgot what it was, and this person, she let it ruin her whole freaking day. I'm not gonna go into the joke. It wasn't racist or anything like that. It was just a funny joke. I just like to crack jokes.
Oh, you told
it wasn't PC. That's what it was. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
it ruined her day. She escalated up to like the sales manager. Mind you, I'm a realtor. I'm an independent contractor.
Yeah,
it wasn't anything sexual. It wasn't anything like that. It was just a joke. She didn't like it. Got so sensitive. Let it ruin her whole day. She stopped prospecting. Let this whole thing consumed her for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and it dragged me into it because the manager's like, "Hey, Brian, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. What is it?" And the guy goes, "Oh, you said this." I'm like, "Okay, and he goes, "Yeah, if I just have to talk to you because if I don't, she's gonna get mad." I'm like, "Dude, are you freaking serious?
Yeah.
You sensitive? Walk away."
Yeah.
You let what somebody say literally ruin your whole freaking 2 weeks? You idiot.
Yeah, she drove.
That's so dumb.
She kind of won over him on that. Like, he should have been like, "Hey, you know."
No, whatever. He had to do what he had to do. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
You know, whatever.
But I'm just saying, like, that just didn't make any sense.
Well,
so that's in business. See, that's what I mean. She let it affect her for 2 weeks. Me, I was making my money.
Yeah.
I didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can say or do or whatever that's gonna hurt my feelings.
I like how like all that definitely tied back to business, but
no, it ties back to being a man.
Yeah.
You should never, as a man. Also, the other thing is that you should have enough confidence, enough belief in yourself that you don't need validation from anybody else. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even my kids. Because they might think my kid right now don't like me. I don't know. Like, he's just having one of those days.
Yeah.
I don't care. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am, and I know that what I'm doing is right. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a man.
Yeah, for sure.
The moment you let other people thoughts about you affect you,
yeah,
you're not a man.
Yeah.
You're a boy. Seriously.
There's a really good quote out there by Jay Shetty. It's like the first page in his book, and it says, most people think like, I am not what I think I am. I am what you think I think I am. I hope I didn't butcher that, but it's more like more people are focused on what they think people think about them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, instead of just like really focusing on.
Most of the time, people who hate on people are just because of their own insecurities.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so.
But anyways, going back, because this conversation is really fire. So thank you all to the audience listening, because we're bouncing back and forth left and right. But I just want to say, I think what you said about being sensitive and being communicative and the difference between those was really, really big, right? Because I feel like a lot of people have the misconception that, you know, if you share your feelings or if you talk about like truly how you feel or what's going inside you, that makes you sensitive, which it doesn't. It makes you just communicative, right? But like you said, being more reactive to the situation or whatever problem you're in, that's the definition of sensitive.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was going to challenge you too earlier, because before this, I don't think we talked about being sensitive yet, but
challenge it.
You said you were wanting to talk about that. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I feel like because, you know, I'm a creative at heart. I love telling stories, and, you know, the stories that I like to tell are like low-key kind of like the sad ones, or like really what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Like really what I'm feeling deep inside, to like a motivational way, but kind of like sad vibes. But anyways, like I feel like a lot of people would think that's like sensitive, but for me, like that's just like expression of my art, you know? But I believe that.
I pulled up the definition.
Pull it up.
Sensitive is quick to detect or respond to slight changes.
Oh, dude, right? That's exactly what we're talking
Signals or influences. But some of you guys might read this. It is the quick to detect or respond to, the keyword is slight.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't, I mean, come on.
See, it makes a little sense.
See, but the thing is, if you're responding to like slight changes.
Yeah.
It's not like, dude, slight changes aren't impactful.
Yeah.
So why are you letting like these little changes affect you and influence you?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people like misinterpret that word nowadays. Yeah. But
and words, you know, words in different contexts can mean different things. You know?
Yeah,
I have sensitive skin. You know, it doesn't matter. But in this particular case, like I think we're talking about something much more than that.
No, for sure. Yeah. So
What else, man? Challenge me some more. What else is running through your head?
That was good.
What do you think the viewers are thinking right now?
I don't know. I think they're trying to figure out like, hey, how do I become a man now? Like, what do I start doing? Is there like a routine? Is there like some regimen?
Dope. I love it. Let's go right into it. Okay.
Like, what's up?
All right. I think a man, you need to start lifting weights.
Yeah.
Because when the more like, they're just physical. Okay. You lift weights. You put your body under stress and tension.
Mm-hmm.
Your body will then naturally release more testosterone.
Yeah.
Testosterone actually helps regulate your fats,
mm-hmm.
all that stuff, so that you don't have a big belly, all that, So first off, I think part of it is that you have to look the part.
Yeah.
You have to look tough.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree with that.
You have to work out. Just, dude, and the thing is, I have to say this because, I mean, working out has been such a big part of my life. Like, I've never stopped for the last, I don't know, 15, 16 years, 17 years. Mm-hmm. Never stopped working out.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody in the gym. He had a trainer and everything. I was like, bro, like you're making some big progress. I like to uplift people. He goes, I've before this, I never worked out. Mm-hmm. So that's why I hired the trainer, because I was like, good for you, man. Yeah. But the guy's like 30 something. He's never worked out a day in his life. He didn't know to bench. He didn't know that. So, but now he is. He got shoulders popping. He started to walk a little differently. I kid you not. Yeah. Because he's been going. There's not that many people at the 5:30 a.m. slot in the gym. Mm-hmm. Got shoulders. Walks a little differently. Yeah. He used to never make eye contact with anyone. Yeah. See, he would always look down. Now he looks up. Now he says, "What's up?" to me. Yeah. He says, "What's good?" Yeah. Him.
What's up, him? What's up, him?
Yo, so you know what I mean? So you got to work out.
I think that's super, super true. Like, and when you were saying the story, because I could recall like the same feelings, right? Like, being in the gym and just work on your strength, right? Work on your own self and trying to make yourself stronger. Like, I think that's like a very man thing to do, right? And I remember like before I had never worked out, and I think I viewed myself as like weak and just, maybe like a little bit like more non-masculine, because of that. And once I did, it's like pop your chest out, make eye contact, like you can approach people and you really feel like him, you know what I mean? So I think that's a huge step, right?
Because something happens biologically too, right? Your body creates endorphins. It keeps, it's creating all these things that make you feel good.
It builds testosterone. And what is testosterone? Testosterone is the male dominant chromosome. I don't know.
Women have it too. It's actually, women need testosterone.
They do, but they produce much less of it compared to men, right? So
when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you perform better.
Yeah.
When you perform better, you're that's what us men do.
Yeah.
We got to perform.
Yeah, for sure. Pound town, baby.
Because if you look good and you feel good and your testosterone is booming, I promise you Pound Town is a lot shorter. Shorter distance to get to. If you're fat and you low testosterone and you got ED, Pound Town feels like a across the country.
But right, like, hey, all men should work out though, because it does feel it feels perfectly in the cycle of life, right? You look good, you perform better, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So you look good, you perform better, and then you reproduce. That's it's meant to happen. Like, it's meant to be a part of this life. So I think that's the first step.
Second thing you got to do is you got to read more books.
I think so too.
You have to expand your horizon in your mind.
Yeah.
Right. You need to become a thinker.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do critical thinking. You need to be able to express yourself better.
Yeah.
You need to be able to, that's the main thing, right? You need to be able to speak, talk. Yeah. Now, speaking and talking isn't just merely, I talk to some people and words are coming out.
Yeah.
But it has no meaning.
Yeah.
It has no flow. Has nothing. It literally, like, I'm like, what did I listen to?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So part of being a man is being able to articulate, form ideas, and women love that.
Yeah. For sure.
You think you're going to talk sports to women?
Yeah.
Huh? You think, dude, I don't know anything about sports. I'm already butcher this. You think they're going to talk about the 49ers and how the linemen are lining up in this formation and doing that throw and blocking the quarterback? You think, man, come on.
Yeah.
That's boring.
At least if you talk about business, like it's like universal.
Business,
like, whether
thoughts,
they're talking about their makeup
emotions,
brand or something.
you can talk about
like
something else.
Yeah.
Ask better, because when you can think and when you read more and you listen and you consume more knowledge, I promise you the questions that you ask are going to be better, like more than the surface level questions.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to go deeper.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to actually create a conversation that is memorable.
Yeah.
And if you could do that,
dude,
bro,
you're
Pound Town. Pound Town.
Pound Town.
Talk about it. So we talked about the physical aspect, working out.
He talks about
biologically, it will make you more manly. Okay,
reading.
then you're gonna consume better knowledge.
Yeah.
You're gonna read more books. Make it a habit to read more books. Listen to podcasts. Listen to Audible.
The thing too is like with everything that you already mentioned, it stems from growth.
Yeah.
Right. And that's something that you said in the beginning, right? It all comes from growth, whether, you're saying about books and you're like, oh, okay, like you have better conversations. However, you're growing though, like you're growing, right? Your brain's building, like you're learning more things. And, that is a really big quality to have. But I want to step in and say what I think that, to become a man, I think to help you on this journey and this path, I think you need to be okay with like being by yourself. I think a man could spend like a whole week or a weekend just by himself and be completely okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's important. Not only just being, aside from being a man, you need to actually spend more time with yourself.
Yeah.
To reflect, to figure out what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Because when you're not by yourself, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Life is literally all noise.
Dude. Yeah, for sure.
And so when do you ever spend time sitting there and just meditating, talking to yourself, figuring it out what it is that you want?
Yeah. Even to the simplest
stuff, how
like,
to get, ask yourself questions.
Yeah. That's what I do all the time when I'm by myself. Like I got to ask myself like more questions and stuff. And, it even begins with the simplest question. It's like, what do I want to do today? It's like some people don't even know what to do if they had some time to themselves for like 10 hours. I could fill that in. I could be like, I know what I want to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go eat by myself because I want to,
Yeah.
Just like whatever. So I think that's a real big one. I think that helps develop a lot of character in you, gives you a lot of clarity and a lot of independence too. That probably adds a lot of independence like to you.
Yeah.
So that's
you brought up a word too, character.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all need to develop our character.
Oh yeah, I think that's true too, right?
Develop figure out what kind of man do you want to be?
Yeah.
Figure out what kind, because you could be, there's a lot of, obviously I just mentioned like 4 things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you focus on all 4, it's sometimes hard to master all 4, but one could be more dominant than the other.
Yeah.
But you can't let any one of those sectors lag too far behind.
Yeah.
So
find your character. Find
your character.
I definitely think
too,
like a lot of people probably go out there and they're like, yo, like I want to be like Brian, or like I want to be like Ryan Pineda, or I want to be like Grant Cardone, or like something, right? But I feel like nobody should try to be another man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay to emulate multiple other like men and then create what is best for you
right
out of those, but no one should ever just be like, yo, Brian has the good life. I'm going to live like him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be with him. I'm going to be loyal to whatever he does and I'm going to copy it. Like that's not
no, that's where you have to go down and sit by yourself and figure out because I'm not, we're all different.
Yeah, for sure.
Even like I like Ryan, but I don't like everything he says. I like Dave Ramsey. I don't like everything he says. I like Grant Cardone, but I like certain things and I look for the similarities.
For sure.
So I write down what I like about this person, and then I write about that, and then you circle the similarities, and you're like, huh, and that's
how you build your character. With. Yeah,
I add those things. Yeah,
like dude, don't ever be afraid of trying to just be your own person. Because I remember even when we were in Las Vegas, we were talking, and I was telling you like, yo, like I want to be where you're at, but I'll tell you like I'm never gonna be you.
I don't want you to be me. That's just weird.
Yeah,
that's weird, bro.
Yeah, like I'm never gonna be like you, and I'm never gonna be like. Whoever we were saying, like Brandon or TK or whatever, like I'm gonna be me.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be up there, but I'm gonna do it my way.
But be up there.
Exactly. I'm gonna be up there for sure. Tell you, we're going to Nobu. We're going to Nobu next year, bro.
But then I'm saying in the beginning, you got to do certain things.
Yeah.
that will get you there, and then you could frame the house up like how you want. I'm big on that. You got to have strong foundations, and you can build however way you want. You can build a rancher, you can build a modern house, you can build a square house, a rectangle, oval house,
build a beach house,
whatever it is. But you got to get up there
for sure.
Guys, I think that's a good episode.
It was fire, bro.
I mean, I love going. I just love having conversations.
Yeah.
I hope this gave you guys insight on what it is that I think the true definition of a man is. And if you're not there yet or you don't agree, that's okay. But just know that you better get there and you better formulate your version of it, because if you don't, shoot, you're going to be a himothy. You're not him. You're a himothy.
Don't be himothy. But I want to add, thanks everybody for listening. And, if you felt attacked at any way, like, we do it out of love. We're over here and we just want to help each other. And if you do feel attacked, that's a good thing that you realize it, because that means it's time to change.
Thanks, guys. Leave us a 5-star. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
All right. Peace.
Peace.